The women's basketball team tips off the 2016-17 season with an exhibition game this Sunday at 4 p.m. against Winona State at the Kohl Center. Head coach Jonathan Tsipis is here with us. We'll have some opening comments, then take questions.
You get into the week before a game, and I think that our team is ready to play somebody who isn't wearing a red and white reversible. And I think as a coach, I want 2 more weeks of practice. So we're probably somewhere in the middle of that. So I think the important part, we're still waiting on a couple of key decisions that are a little bit out of our control regarding our team with our eligibility request waiver in the NCAA for Ashley Kelsick and the clearance of Milena Johnson. Hopefully we can have the answers to both of those this week as we move forward. But like I've said before, in a lot of ways, it's like having 15 freshmen. That's really, really good at times. And at other times, from a consistency standpoint, I think it's something that, we've got to make sure that we're taking care of. So I think our group's excited. I think definitely the trip to Canada has helped us just getting into a routine. And we're excited this week as Brian said, that part of you have a couple more days of practice, and we'll be off on Thursday, and then we get into game prep mode for Sunday.
Jonathan, what should fans expect to see from your team? Because everybody's got expectations. What should they expect?
Yeah, I think some of the non-measurables, even though we do measure them in practice, it's a very vocal team. I think anybody who has had an opportunity to see a practice or a workout, we chart things as high fives and helping a teammate up off the floor and a lot of hustle stats. So I think definitely a team, we have a daily winner of our energy rating award. We have a weekly winner who gets a hard hat with the Motion W on it that they get to keep above their locker that everybody else has to look at the whole week. And we are going to be a team that I think, especially early on, has to rely on being really good defensively and working together as, 5 working together as one. And really, I think one thing we've worked a lot on and still need to be much better is the rebounding the basketball. But we like to play fast. As a coach, I have to make sure that us playing fast in year one matches the pieces that we have to make us most successful. We did it in spurts in Canada. We will try to do it. I'll ask the fans that are courtside to be aware because when you do play fast, you do have to take some chances. And it's not baseball. They don't get to keep it if it goes into the stands. They got to throw it back. But I think that part of, again, I think the biggest thing with our whole season is will we continue to take steps to get better? And that's from our workout at 3 o'clock today in the weight room to practice at 4 o'clock to start that all over again tomorrow.
You mentioned that you're going to have to rely on the defense. What have you seen on the defensive end so far?
Well, I think a willingness of being able to pressure the ball and knowing you have trust behind you. And I think it's not just one layer of help, it's multiple layers of help. And I think that part of, the way our scheme is set up and where we're trying to send people, it relies a lot on active hands and foot positioning. And I think it's a little bit different than maybe our kids. Obviously, it's different than 6 freshmen have done because all of a sudden they're playing against people who are faster, people who are stronger, and even for the returners, just getting used to that cohesion. We in essence have 8 new players that are new to Wisconsin basketball, even though Ashley Kelsick was here in the spring and could practice with the team. When you add the 6 freshmen, it's that part of trusting each other. And I think we are trying to put the steadfast rules in, the same rules we had when we went to Canada. We people who get deflections, people who attempt to take charges, although not always successfully, are graded really, really high in our energy ratings. And I think that's a source of pride. We start at it with it every day. We have a really good practice squad that pushes our kids that maybe that is even faster than they're going to see. And that's part of, I think what we try to do is we try to simulate a practice that goes really fast. We don't stay in a drill more than 4 minutes so that the game will slow down. And I hope that part really with our defense allows us to be in great position. But again, it comes down to a lot of communication and a lot of trust.
Can your team shoot?
We can. We can. It'll be interesting, when you go back and forth and, the way that the practice facility is set up with the lighting, the exact same court and everything. There's nothing like the Kohl Center floor. And it was great, when we're out there to get a taste of that. We were out there a lot last weekend with hockey being on the road. But to see how they shoot and then to see how they shoot when the lights are on and people are in their stands are sometimes two very different things. I think that's the part that I enjoyed with the Canadian trip. We got to see for our 11 student athletes who were able to play on that trip opportunity, even though it was at 3 gyms that we won't play at again. But when the lights are on, I think no matter what arena you play in, there's a different sense. There's an anxiousness, there's the adrenaline and everything. I've kind of challenged our team, go watch the men's red and white scrimmage, go watch the men's exhibition games, see what it's like, see that part of the atmosphere. But like anything, I think on Sunday you're going to have some butterflies. It's my first time out there as well, and I tried to share that part with them when we went on the trip to Canada. So they are doing a really good job of getting a lot of extra shots in on their own time. And I think that's a tribute to our kids wanting to be better. I also think it's a tribute to our men's program, because there's a reason that's been so much success is that they're always in there getting extra shots up.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.